And to shed more light on the issue, we are joined over the phone by His Excellency Ambassador Hussein Hareedy, former assistant to the Foreign Minister. Good afternoon, Ambassador Hareedy.
Good afternoon, Madam.
So, sir, how do you see the latest pledge by Syria's new leader to disband all rebel factions?
Well, let's wait and see how they will go about it and whether all the factions will accept that. And it's too early to predict how things would develop in Syria. That's why the American Secretary of State, after the Aqaba meeting 2 days ago, said that the international community waits for action and sustained action on the part of the new regime in Damascus. So right now we are in a stage where on the one hand, Turkey and the United States are trying to present the leader of HTS as a moderate leader. I won't say as a statement, but as a moderate leader with whom the West and the international community can cooperate. And but of course, it's too early to, as I said, predict how things would develop. And let's wait. I prefer to wait until there is a new constitution in Syria to see what kind of political system this new regime would adopt, and see whether really they would adopt an all-inclusive approach to politics in Syria.
So, Ambassador, how do you see the United Nations said Tuesday it expects around 1 million people to return to Syria in the first half of 2025 following the collapse of President Bashar al-Assad's rule? How do you see the recognition by the UN that a change in the regime doesn't mean that there is an end to the humanitarian crisis already there?
Well, I guess there is, of course, as you may know, a United Nations Special Envoy to Syria, who was appointed a couple of years ago. As I understand, he met with the leader of the HTS 2 days ago, and there is talk that United Nations Security Council resolution 2455 that was adopted unanimously by the Security Council back in December 2015 should be changed. And of course, still this is a work in progress. Maybe some European country or Western power would work on changes in this resolution, or they would present to the Security Council a completely different draft resolution on the situation in Syria. But what I can say at the present moment, of course, it's a wait and see on the part of the United States and the European Union, as well as the United Nations, although you have a hunch that the Americans and the Turks are pushing everyone to recognize the new regime in Syria. And of course, everyone is speaking about the challenges, whether political, financial, economic, social. They are speaking about the challenges ahead. And in this context, some countries have started donating or granting money to the new government in Syria. For instance, the British government has earmarked 50 million sterling as an economic assistance to this new regime. But definitely the major challenge is the conditions on which the sanctions that have been imposed on Syria for the last 12 years that would allow to lift these sanctions.
Yes, I'd like to thank you, Ambassador Hussein Hareedy, former Assistant Foreign Minister. Thank you, sir, for being with us.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you, sir. And back to our reports, and Russia's army on Tuesday claimed to have captured another village in eastern Ukraine a day after President Vladimir Putin said his troops had the upper hand across the entire front line. Details follow.
Russia's army on Tuesday claimed to have captured